Hi, everyone. I'm Charlene Shirk, and welcome to Digital Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. And I'm excited to have on board with me today from Santa Cruz, California, my co-host, Jared Brick. Jared, so good to see you today.
You too. Thanks for having me back.
Oh, always a pleasure. And we've got Chrissy Larsen from Reputyz. Hi, Chrissy. Thanks so much for joining us today on Digital Champions.
Thanks for having me.
It's such a fun name. I'm sorry. It's just so fun to say. Tell us what you do over there at Reputyz.
We are a reputation management company. So we help people understand that reputation and relationships matter the most. And so help people to kind of create social symmetry with that.
Chrissy, what do you think some of your customers' pain points are coming to you with? Is it bad reviews? Is it that they don't have a profile online? What are some of those issues they're coming to you with?
Well, actually, we were just talking about that. A lot of individuals wait till they're on kind of a burning ship before they realize that they need to create that social awareness, that influence, build that network and brand up. They just start marketing is different than sales. Marketing is creating that story narrative and continuing to build that brand story for the individuals that your customers, your target audience. And most people wait until it's too late. They don't have enough individuals coming in before they start doing that, and they want a miracle to happen overnight. So I think that's the biggest pain point, is having people to create that brand recognition across all social platforms, and figure out a marketing strategy that allows them to kind of like the TikTokification, where you can create one style of content that works on all social platforms, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of those. And so that's kind of where I feel like the biggest pain point is understanding that is doable, and teaching people how to do it and create flow with it.
It reminds me of the proactive versus reactive mentality of PR and social proofing. And what do you guys how do you differentiate what you guys do as opposed to some of the other reputation platforms?
So we aren't going in and, like most of the social platforms, if you look up reputation management, it's all about SEO, and ours is about the story narrative, controlling, remember the game Telephone, and you would have a big circle of individuals and you would start telling a story over and over and over again. And by the time it came to the end, it was a completely different story, right? And that's what happens if you're not controlling your own brand narrative. By the time that the story gets to everyone else, because you're not continually controlling that narrative across all the social platforms, then you're letting other people control your brand story. And so we're really teaching people that it is important to curate that content, to continually embed and control what you want to be going out there, so that by the time it gets to the end of the telephone, your target audience, they know exactly what you do, why you do it, and it's solidified in their mind that you are the go-to resource for that service or product.
And you mentioned here that you are a system architect specializing in LinkedIn marketing strategies for personal and professional brand growth. Chrissy, break that down for us and why that's so important.
Okay, so I owned wellness centers for the first 14 years of my life. And so I was like on the boots, brick and mortar. I built relationships everywhere. So I had set up referrals with different chiropractors, naturopathic doctors, spas, you name it. I had a referral network. So now I teach people how to do that digitally on LinkedIn. So creating that referral network allows you to drive organic traffic to you. And so it's really important to build those relationships. Once again, it comes back to the reputation. Build that story arc and that narrative so that you become that main referral source. And so it's just like when I was boots in the ground, like going and knocking on doors. LinkedIn is essentially the virtual version of that. You can go knock on doors. You can say, here's what I have to offer. Here's how we could collaboratively work with one another as a referral network. And you're able to do it a lot faster than physically going and knocking on doors.
And explain why it's just as important for your customer to understand the product or service you're selling as it is the brand that they are doing business with. I think, post-COVID, there's been a lot of, we want to know the corporate culture. We want to know who we're doing business with. We want authenticity versus just the product and its selling virtues. Can you share why that's important and why people are paying attention to that now?
Okay, so I'm going to use Nike as an example. So Nike, they have a physical product, and every single person that works for Nike is a walking brand asset. They physically dress all of their employees or employees' families or employees' friends. They offer friends and family benefits that are fantastic to everyone. And so everyone is dressed in Nike for a fraction of the cost, right? It's part of their marketing strategy. Everyone's walking around. Now, if you create and curate a company culture that turns all of your employees into walking brand assets, then they are physically and digitally promoting your products and services, right? They're saying, I not only work here and get a paycheck, but I love and support the products and services and the brand mission of this company. And that's really what we try to help people do, is to get their individuals, the company culture, to be that supportive network. And one of the ways that works really well, just like Nike, is they're giving something to their employees in order to do that. So affiliate referrals, it doesn't matter if you're a walking brand asset, say it be digitally, then you can have referral links. And if someone comes in as a product, you don't have to be a salesperson. You can digitally flow them through, and then you get a kickback. So you're not just stuck into that salary. It becomes part of your benefit package. And I think that that's really important for companies now that people care more about what you have to say. Like, do I refer this company? When you go onto Amazon, what are you looking for? The 5-star reviews, right? Like, what are those reviews? They care more about the individuals than they do about what the sales page said. And that's really important for companies to understand and pivot to.
Chrissy, that is such great advice. Nobody's going to protect your brand like you do. I always preach that. Thank you so much for taking the time to share your insight with us today on Digital Champions.
Yeah, thanks for having me and letting me share it.
Oh, it is our pleasure. And Jared, as always, so great to co-host with you, my friend.
You too. Thanks for having us on with you, Chrissy.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. You guys have a wonderful day in nice, warm places. I'm in Eagle, Idaho. Much different weather than I think both of you have.
She's all bundled up. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today. And if you'd like to learn more about what they're doing over there at Reputyz, you can check them out by starting right here on dailyadbrief.com. Well, that's going to do it for us. I'm Charlene Shirk. Thanks so much for joining us on Digital Champions, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.